Channel 12, it's the Bandwagon, brought to you this evening by the Randall Stores of Southern Minnesota. Each week, Randall's brings you a favorite band of our upper Midwest with your favorite old and new style music. Tonight's music by the Ivan Kahle Band of Norwood. And now, here's your musical bandmaster, Chuck Passett.
Okay, well, thanks a lot, and good evening, everyone, and welcome aboard the Bandwagon program. Nice to have you with us on the show tonight, and we think that we're going to give you some real good entertainment tonight. Got music by Ivan Kahle and his friends with us tonight, and we're going to have a lot of good old-time tunes for you, a lot of dancing, and a lot of fun. Number of requests that we have here, too, and a few features as we go along. And, of course, good chance for you not only to listen to the music, but to dance to it wherever you may be. Just grab a partner and get set. And it's all brought your way by the Randall Stores of Southern Minnesota. Those great stores located at Mankato, New Ulm, Fairmont, and Waseca. And the news is good from the Randall Stores, too, and we'll pass that along to you. Now, what do you say we get rolling with our music and all set to go with Ivan Kahle and the band? And we've got a waltz coming up, Milk-a-Ma, My Millie Waltz. Yes, sir, a good opening to the show. A good opening by Ivan Kahle and the band, and the title of that one was My Millie Waltz. We've got a polka coming up in a few moments, but right now, let's say we look at a couple of the requests. Leo Gorakowski with a birthday request. Dorothy Menninger and Brian Peterson. Brian's from North Mankato. John McKellar of Mankato. Lloyd Will Sr. of Wyndham. Mrs. Ernest Meyer of Truman. Vertus Fonken of Redwood Falls. Bill Martins of Mankato. Julius Polzine of Worthington. Mrs. Howard Quick of St. James. Send it out for George Coles of Sacred Heart and Archie Rigg of Fairmont, Annie Albright from Slayton Manor, and B. Jarmer from Heron Lake, and Mrs. Art Keel of Westbrook. We'll say happy birthday to all those folks on our Bandwagon program tonight. And now, what do you say we switch to the polka that we talked about a little while ago, and here's Ivan Kahle and the band and the Hopeless Polka. Across the years, doesn't it? The music is by Ivan Kahle and the band, and the title of that one was the well-known Hopeless Polka. And more music coming up in just a moment on this Bandwagon program, sent your way by the Randall Stores of southern Minnesota. I want to invite you to join us any Monday for our videotaping here. Foolerai Dutchman coming up next, followed by the Les Schuft and the Country Dutchman, and then the Wendinger Brothers, a great series of old-time programs here, and you're going to enjoy the old-time music that we have lined up for you. Hope you have an opportunity to come in and join us any Monday evening, a little after 8 o'clock for our taping of the Bandwagon show. All brought to you by the Randall Stores of southern Minnesota, the great stores, the place where you appreciate that Randall difference, of course, and where the service is great, full service, full lineup, and just a great place to shop, and that should have been high on your list of New Year's resolutions. Be sure and visit the Randall store in your locality. Okay, well, we've got a few requests here that I'd like to pass along for Leo Goshi and all the residents and employees at the Titonka Care Center, requested by John and Fran Goshi of Bancroft, Iowa. They drove up all the way from Bancroft to be with us tonight on the Bandwagon program. Where are the Bancroft residents here? Back here, there. Is that you? Where? Okay, stand up. Let's get a shot of you here. See, I sneaked up on you. I had you half asleep there. Okay. From Bancroft, Iowa. Nice to have you here. And we've got a request here to do one for a number for Melinda and Bob Laguerre on their 37th wedding anniversary. And they're in the studio audience, too, aren't they? Let's get you standing there. There you are. Happy anniversary, okay? And do a number for Minnie Mink of Morgan, Minnesota. She's going to be 96 years old. And then Jay has got a lot of requests here. Mr. and Mrs. Dilly Fisher, Mr. and Mrs. Boots Muhlbauer, and Mr. and Mrs. Cliff, looks like Wellman. And this is requested from John's Place in New Ulm. How's that? Is that okay? All right, fine. Well, for those folks and everybody else in the studio, it's roll-up time. You'll see a lot of requests on the screen. It's waltz time, too, with Ivan Kahle and the band, and the Dutch Festival Waltz. Dutch Festival Waltz, the title of that one. Ivan Kahle and the band playing tonight on the Bandwagon program, sent your way by the Randall store in your area. The full-service store, the food store, and much, much more. You can depend on the Randall store to serve your family's needs at money-saving prices. And say, I want to remind you, the on-premise bakery in every Randall store, and of course the great meat department. Everybody knows that meat, in order to be tasty, it should be fresh and well-cut, and that's exactly what you get at the Randall store. Remember that you got to be satisfied, or it's your money back at your nearby Randall store. Go visit them in Mankato, New Ulm, Fairmont, and Waseca. Here's Ivan. Ivan has a few announcements for you, so I'm going to turn things over to him.
Thank you, Chuck. Well, it's a real party here tonight, isn't it? Having a good time. First, we want to thank the folks in the studio and the Polka Lovers of America from all over the area, Northfield and Owatonna. Got some requests here for the birthdays of Harold and Marie Plowman of Hutchison, January 6th and February 2nd. For the 41st wedding anniversary from Mr. and Mrs. Walt Cern of Wyndham on January 25th. I had a telephone call from Walt. He's a accordion player. He sits in there with the band we play with. He's a great guy. We had a good time with Walt and his wife. For the birthday of Bruce Watsky of Wabasso, and on January 19th, requested by his parents, and we had a telephone call from these wonderful people. We appreciate that very much. Also from Walt Cern, he called over from Wyndham. For Mr. and Mrs. Alfred Goebel of Arlington. For Arnold and Helen Lears, and Maynard and Eileen Rano of Glencoe. For Fred Molyneux of Chaska. Good evening, Fred. For the birthday of Martha Rolfe of Young America on January 19th. And another request here. play a request number for Egg Prepare of Marshall. It's requested from Evie Bruner and the Minard family of New Prague. Also a number for Marcy Sindelar and Joy, Jason, and Santi Sima of New Prague. From Evie Bruner and the Jerry Minard family of New Prague. Dance dates, Sunday, February, we was going to Delwyn Ballroom yesterday, but we got blew away.
Oh, yeah. What kind of wind?
Well, we need to moisten away when we get it. Sunday, February 26th, we'll be at Schmidt's Ballroom at Wausau, Wisconsin, 2 to 6. A Sunday afternoon, February 26th at Schmidt's Ballroom, Wausau, Wisconsin. Sunday, March 19th, at Park Ballroom, New Prague. That's a big festival coming up. I guess, did you advertise it a little bit?
Well, yeah.
Well, we'll get it later on.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I guess that's about all for the dates. I'd like to introduce the band a little bit this evening. These wonderful guys come on playing here on this winter evening.
Yeah.
We got Jerry Kahle here from Waconia, sax, Martin Wolf and saxophone, Jerry Minner there from New Prague, James Bartusik from Lonsdale, Jay Pattison, he comes from Waite Park. Jerry is from Waconia, and Myron is from Cleveland. Give us a roll on the drum there, Myron, for all these wonderful guys. Thank you. Thank you, Chuck.
That ought to take care of it for a while. You bet. Nice to see you, Ivan. All right. Well, you know, we talked a little bit about, Ivan mentioned that Music Fest that's coming up Saturday and Sunday, March 18th and 19th. A lot of stuff going on at the American Legion Park Ballroom at New Prague on Saturday, March 18th. The dancing begins at 1 o'clock in the afternoon with 3 bands featured, Betty Wolf and the Deutschmeisters, Ernie Koopman and the Stage Men, and the James Gang. And then Sunday, right after that Saturday, again at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Ivan Kahle and Larry Olson will be providing the music. Lunch will be available, good time guaranteed to all, at the American Legion Park Ballroom at New Prague, Minnesota. Okay, it's time for us now to turn things over to Jerry Minard, who's standing by with his squeeze box and all set to go with a concertina solo. I don't really know what the name of it is. Okay, Dream on Waltz? Dreamboat Waltz. Oh, okay, all right. Let's go, Jerry. Yes, sir, as usual. Real good job on the concertina by Jerry Minauer, and the title of that one was A Dreamboat Waltz. Nice to have Jerry with us, and nice to have Ivan Kahle and the band with us. You know, we were talking about the Randall store just a moment ago, and I want to be sure to mention the great job of remodeling that has been going on at the Randall store here in Mankato on Park Lane. Total facelifting of the store, making it easier and more pleasant for you to shop, a wider selection, and I know you're going to enjoy yourself shopping there. So put that on your list to be sure to visit the Randall store here in Mankato, since it's been undergoing some renovation and remodeling. You'll like what you'll see, and Randall's will merit your confidence. Earn your confidence by the great job they do in supplying the groceries for you during the coming year. All right, got a couple more dedications here. A wedding anniversary for John and Norma Trzynski of Leicester, Howard and Eva Grunsky of Minnesota Lake, Mr. and Mrs. Clarence Borth of Fairfax. And it's Landler time right now, and so let's put the band to work. And here we go with Landler number 20. Title of that one, Landler number 20. The music is by Ivan Kahle and the band. Let me remind you again with that special invitation that you're invited to come up here and join us on the Bandwagon program any Monday night shortly after 8 o'clock when we videotape the show. Lots of good time, lots of good music up here. The Who the Rye Dutchman with Irv Cease coming up next week. The Country Dutchman with Lester Schuft and the gang coming up on January 23rd. And then the 30th, it's the Wendinger Brothers who are celebrating an anniversary during the course of this year. So we're going to have a lot of fun in the studios with all three of those bands and a lot of good dancing. So come on up and join us. I'd like to remind you that the Bandwagon program is brought to you every week at this time by your nearby Randall store. And we invite you to stop in and see the folks at the Randall store nearest you, whether it be at Mankato, New Ulm, Fairmont, or Waseca. They're the people that really cram the store and the building with all sorts of fresh, good stuff. And you, of course, can save money when you shop regularly at your Randall store. So you make it a habit to visit the Randall store. Everything that you want in a first-class grocery store you'll get at your nearby Randall store. Mankato, Waseca, New Ulm, and Fairmont. The Randall stores. Okay? Recently remodeled, incidentally, here at Mankato, and a great job also over at Waseca. There's been a lot of good work going on with the Randall stores. You like what you see, making it even more pleasant to visit your nearby Randall store. Okay, well, let's get a polka going here. It's time for us to pick up the tempo a little bit, and we'll put Ivan and the bunch to work with a little bit of a salute to our neighbors to the southwest, out in the land of corn and husks and so on. The Corn Huskers, the Nebraska polka, okay? Bandwagon program has been presented for your viewing pleasure by the Randall Stores of Southern Minnesota, headquarters for all your shopping needs. The stores in Mankato, New Ulm, Fairmont, and Waseca. You're invited to join us again next week at the same time when you'll see and hear Irv Cease and his Hula Ride Dutchman. And until then, remember that this week, like every week, is a good week to shop and save at your nearby Randall store.